Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
All right, so you go to church still on Wednesdays, or how often do you go to church?
I got to be honest, not nearly as much as we should have since Trish got diagnosed.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit different in the summer because they don't do Wednesday churches in the summer because kids are out of school.
Okay.
And we get primarily a ton of kids that do their confirmation and stuff during Wednesday services. So now that school starts again, our Wednesday services will start up.
Sure. How much do they do an offering plate?
Yeah, every week, of course.
Really? Is it every night that they have services?
Yeah.
And on Sundays?
Yeah. I mean, so I think our church does, we do like an African service.
Yep.
We do like a more of an old people's traditional Sunday service, more of a young people's traditional Sunday. We do a Wednesday. And so I think there's like 4 or 5 services throughout the week at our church.
Okay. This is obviously very rare that if you don't get a pastor what he wants, like a brand new watch, maybe he'll get a bit upset at his congregation.
I'm not worth your McDonald's money. Come on. I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. Y'all can't afford it no how. I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. Come on. I ain't worth your Prada. Come on. I'm not worth your Gucci. Come on. Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it.
Wait.
This is like the pastor that just got robbed on Facebook Live where he's like talking about how much he has like jewelry on him, and then they go and rob him.
Is this guy yelling at his congregation because they haven't given him a watch?
They didn't give him a watch. And there was actually a pastor in northern Minnesota, and he got busted for buying like that new boat, the new RV, and he was taking everybody's money. And so, I mean, that's a big responsibility to be a church secretary, treasurer, whatever.
It's one thing to knock out my truck window and take the change out of the little cup holders and everything. But when you're straight up stealing from Jesus,
I know.
Like, dang.
But then, he obviously had to apologize for what he said.
I apologize to every preacher and pastor. I have also privately apologized to our church, who has extended their love and support to me. I deeply regret this moment, and I solicit your prayers and your forgiveness. Thank you. God bless you.
My guy got caught up in the Holy Spirit right there.
Did he?
He got caught. He didn't want your Red Lobster money.
On a holiday or my birthday, I'm like, where is the stuff I asked for? Where are
I don't want your 1-800-Flowers.com.
I want my
card.
Woodlick. Yeah. But I want to know, what is the average amount that you put into your offering plate? Like,
ours, we're just on a traditional thing. It's a plan. Like we have a QR code.
Stop.
Yeah. No, we had a QR code.
2020.
And then we just programmed in how much it takes out of our bank account every week.
That's crazy.
We don't think about it anymore. It's easy because how many times have you ever been in church and you're like, oh, here's the worst. I'm telling you, the worst is when you ain't got $1 on you. All right. And this happened to me. And that's the week I scanned the QR code, programmed in my bank account, and it said, just take it out every week. So we're sitting there and it's a Wednesday night. And our church is so laid back. Like, kids got shorts on, people got tank tops on, whatever. And I'm sitting there, and I have all 3 kids. Rarely do I have all 3 kids with me because somebody's doing something else. And I think it was one of the very first times Trish had to go in for chemo. And I'm sitting there, and I got the kids, and they pass around the plate, and I do the pat on my pockets, and I don't have a penny on me. And the look of all 3 children, Dad, you didn't bring any money to put. Now, usually your kid will be happy if you just give them $1.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they look at you like, come on, give me $5. I want to look good because that's my that girl's in my class that's passed around the offering plate.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any money on me. And that second, I looked at the handout and I scanned the QR code and I programmed it in. I'm like, what
a great way to do that.
But here's the other thing. Even if you do the QR code, there's a silent, weird judge of the people that pass the offering plate because you pass it right by, knowing that they just...
You should just have your phone and go, me.
But you don't. And they kind of look at you like, oh, come on, man. I think you got $5.
I think my mother-in-law just loves the idea of she has like a stack full of envelopes that she grabbed and put in her purse.
Too, right?
And she'll fill it out, and, she'll get it all ready and put it in her purse. I think she likes that whole process.
Part of the problem is, especially if you're like a traditional Sunday church goer, that's a hectic morning. You got to get the kids up. You're trying to get some breakfast. I mean, it's one of the last things you do is you grab that offering envelope, you throw some money in there, and then you got to write your name on there because otherwise you're not going to get credit from the church for it.
I just want to take a quick poll. You can go ahead and text it. This Sunday, how much do you give every single time in the offering plate? I guess it's just like a question I've always had.
Let's start with some good news.
I've got good news and good news.
Tell them the good news.
Good news? Good news.
Okay.
Let's hear it. Good.
Oh, man. This is pretty amazing. A Delaware man found a very rare purple pearl inside one of his clams he was eating at a restaurant.
My wife thought it was like a bead or maybe one of those, it looks like one of those dot candies on the paper. We thought the chef dropped something in there. And then as we were looking at the shell, we saw this sort of little indentation on the shell inside the clam where it was growing. And so we figured it was probably something from inside of the clam.
Do we know what this thing is worth?
It is rare enough that he got it appraised. So we'll see how much it's worth, I guess. You know, I have fresh saltwater pearls, a pearl necklace that I received for Christmas one year from my grandparents. And it's beautiful. So I have that in our safety deposit box. FYI. I shouldn't have even brought it up. And that is what's good. So strippers, evidently in Los Angeles, have it rough. Their bodyguards are not sticking up for them the way that they should. So they're looking to join a union.
All that we were asking for is an intervention by the security to just keep people in line. And that is not asking too much. Instead of having things escalate to situations like a customer is getting a lap dance from a dancer and he's so drunk that he feels that he can pick up a dancer, but then he's so drunk that he falls, drops her on the floor, and falls on top of her. And so now there's like people falling on the floor, and the security is not doing anything.
So
Well, then
they're
at that
humans
point-
too.
Well, here's the problem. At that point, the whole place shuts down and every stripper takes a knee until she gets back up and then they all go, yay, right? We want to avoid
Wow.
that.
You are exactly the reason why I wanted to humanize this woman, because they need and
A
have
strippers
the
union.
right to be protected.
They need
Absolutely.
a strippers union. What would the number on that union be, Kat?
All right. Bend over and I'll show you. Are you aware of the New York trend that is happening in New York? New work trend that's happening. It's called quiet quitting. So this is basically where...
I invented this 19 years ago, guys.
No, you're
Jump
still very
aboard.
vocal. They know if you're at work because you're on the radio. And you do some hard work around here. But this is where you literally do the basic minimum to maintain your job without going above and beyond. I could, if I had to, throw you 5 names right now.
Oh,
But I
people around
won't.
here that don't do anything?
But I won't.
They still get paid?
Okay. I won't do that because it's not my business.
What's the rhyme with?
But-
Give me one rhyme.
Okay, no, I'm just kidding. But if you're one of those, just know, like, people know and they talk about you. Do you care? You probably don't care.
Oh, it's Friday, and I like it. It's Friday, and I like it.
Sally, how you feeling?
Good.
Good. I know Kat wanted to bring you on the show. I purposely did not read your text because I wanted to be surprised as why your Friday rocks.
It's pretty cool. Tell them.
I am meeting my biological family.
And you've never
This
met
weekend.
any of them, so are you adopted?
I am adopted. And I did meet my biological aunt, and my mother is passed away, but I'm going to meet my half-brother and maybe some other family members.
What's your feeling? Is it nervous? Is it excited? Is it a little scared? Like, how are you
All
feeling?
of it.
Sally, I want you to
All of
remember
it.
something that I wish I had told my mom. That she had been adopted, and they opened the birth records in Chicago after 40 years. And they sought her out. So, like, the day they were open, they got a hold of her. And they said, your family wants to meet you. One thing I wish I had told her is they get to meet you. All right? Not the other way around. So you be yourself.
Right.
And
But don't pick your nose.
don't change because you want to impress them. All right?
Oh, no. I'm
Okay.
myself all the time.
Are you
Okay,
doing
good.
this in like a public
No.
place, like a restaurant or something?
No, I'm actually going to be going to the house my mother grew up in.
Oh, my God.
And
That's a lot.
I'm going to be spending the night there. Yeah. It's going to be... So it's exciting and scary, and
Do you have someone
Yeah.
along for support, like one of your family members?
I am going to go by myself.
Okay.
What if you fart like right when you first meet them? Like, what if that's your first impression? Is you're so nervous you got a nervous toot?
See if they have a sense of humor.
Oh, God, I'd die.
Do you know anything about them, like what they've done for a living and anything else?
Yeah, I do. My kids had actually got me an ancestry kit 5 years ago, so it's been within this last year that I actually found out. And
Are they rich?
yeah. No, I don't. Well, I don't know. Okay.
Is it wrong to ask that? Like one of your first questions, can you go, hey, are you guys wealthy just because I want to make sure that I want to be part of this family? Is that wrong?
How
to
do you not know it's unacceptable to ask?
I don't know. It's just,
I was better off where I was brought up,
Okay.
is what I was told.
So you're
My
just
mother
gonna-
had some
Sally,
problems.
you're living a
Yeah.
parallel life to my mom. Like, that's exactly what was told to
Yeah.
her by her full-blooded siblings. So she had her parents make her give her up for adoption, and then later on they made 3 more. So she had full-blood brothers and sisters, and they were like, be thankful that you grew up the way you grew up.
She had 2 children. 2 years after me, she had 1, and she kept them 2. And
Okay.
then the year after that, she had another one.
hey, can I ask a small favor?
I'm the oldest one. Yeah.
Can you call us back sometime next week and let us know if you notice any like resemblances? Like you've got someone's nose, you've got someone's laugh, you guys
I
cross your
will.
legs the same ways. I
Yeah.
mean, there's going to be something that sticks out that immediately you go, oh my
did
gosh, you're my
recognize-
family.
I did recognize something in my aunt when I met her for the first time.
Yeah.
What was it?
That we sat kind of similar at the casino. and then she's like a blunt like I am. And there's a little similarities there. But
So you guys have the
I will
slot
call
machine
because
gene.
I always want to know who I look like.
I love it.
Yeah, I always want to know who I resemble.
You can always text us photos. But yeah, we need an update on Monday. I'm always just so interested in stuff like that.
Let's begin now.
We get after it on a fine leaf Friday at 6 o'clock on the button. My God, we're on time. What's good? How you living?
I am good. Things have kind of really turned out in my favor this week. Like, I was just feeling really overwhelmed. We were going to do like a movie in the park last night with the Baseball Association and put it on a backstop and play Sandlot.
Like just hang a sheet?
No, there's a projector
You got
screen.
like a blow-up projector?
Yeah, one of our guys that has like all that tech stuff. So we were going to have that set up. I was going to have the concession stand open, the cops, the fire department, stuff like that. And I was like, oh, thank God there was a thunderstorm. So we had to cancel it. Football was canceled.
But hold on. You found joy in the fact that young children would not experience joy.
Yes, absolutely. We will
You're a
reschedule.
monster.
They'll experience joy later on down the road, but I just was not feeling it this week. I don't know.
Did you overextend yourself
Yep.
being in this baseball thing?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, okay, so I'm optimistic about next season because this season, like, the president signed us up for 6 tournaments, and it was like, where was my June and half of July?
That's having
And
kids,
he
man.
goes, it won't be like this next year, so he only has us down for 2, and that's it. So much more manageable, doable next season. I can handle it. So we didn't have football last night. You know, I looked in my bank account today because I check it every day. Did you get a check or like a deposit from
Stimulus?
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Well, how much? Well, I'm not going to.
It was $270, like a random.
I heard
from
there was
the,
another batch of stimulus checks.
No
going out,
way.
but I'm not sure if that's what it was.
Well, it wasn't a physical check. It was just like,
I know, but you would have been
Direct
automatically
deposit.
deposited through prior.
that's awesome. But I'm going to leave it in there for like a week.
It's a nice little gift, right?
Yeah, it was nice to wake up to.
Yet I have so many interests and money's coming in that sometimes I don't even know
That's what I was going to say. Like,
what
you don't
money
even know
is
how much
what.
you
I
have.
just go, oh, that's nice to have.
What a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Broke Trish out of the hospital yesterday, so one more round of chemo left.
Nice.
That's it. She is such a warrior. I'm very, very proud of her. So it was good to get her home yesterday. We had football practice inside. I'm telling you, when you say you were blessed that there was a thunderstorm,
Yeah.
it brought us inside.
Gross.
75 stinky boys working hard, all gear. It was, and then a little watermelon feed afterwards.
Yep.
Which would have been great to stick around and talk to people and eat watermelon. But the overwhelming smell
Of queens
football
and
players
teens.
was enough to make me go, all right, up and out. We're out. So, and I do have to give a shout out to all the football coaches. So we're wrapping up practice yesterday, and we have the morning practice today. I'm like, obviously I won't get there because I have a job. And they're like, well, you should give us a shout out on the radio. And I go, well, you 12? And they're like, yeah, we are. So I have to shout out all the rest of the football coaches. Understand that we're not laughing with you, we're laughing at you. If you decide that you have not had the greatest week in the world and part of your therapeutic release would be telling us about it so we can feel all a little bit better about ourselves, well then welcome to an FML Friday. You can always submit your FMLs via text, hit us with a DM, call us. Just love to hear about how horrible your week has been. You want to get us started, please?
Yes, I will. Today, my mother-in-law moved in because she has hip problems. I don't know what's worse, her constant complaining and slob-like tendencies, or the 8 cats that she had to bring with her. FML. I would have a great excuse. Both of my boys are deathly allergic.
Good call. Way to keep the in-laws out.
Yes.
Today, my neighbor asked me to stop flaunting my nudity where her husband can clearly see me. By this, she apparently meant my bathroom when I opened the window to let the steam out because her husband can see me from their son's treehouse.
Oh, my God.
Somehow, I didn't look to see whether or not her husband had been spying on me from her son's treehouse.
Creepy.
FML.
Today, I started a new job. Well, that's good. I also started my time of the month, and I have the runs. FML. Maybe when things start off so bumpy like that, it's just going to make way for a really great experience.
That's an Imodium kind of situation. Like you want to preload that first day of work.
For sure.
Today, I was at church, and I saw a blind teenager who was obviously looking lost. Feeling like I should help, I went over and asked if he needed anything. He said, yeah, thank you. I can't find my helper. I said, well, what does he look like?
Oh, no.
FML.
Like Seacrest, looking for the high five. Oh, man. All right, today I watched a stray dog hump a garden gnome in my front yard. So did my 2-year-old. I've already had to stop her reenactments twice. FML. Please don't picture that. All right, final one.
The reenactment part is the worst. Today, I held the door open for an old man in a motorized wheelchair. He missed the door, hit my foot, and called me an idiot for getting in his way.
Oh, man.
FML. Are you nervous, Luke?
Oh, always nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous.
It just makes things more fun that way.
That boy. I like it. We found out that Luke is a Leo.
Okay.
And now we are going to, through the power of the tarot, Luke, and these 25-cent tarot cards that we bought at a rummage sale about 3 summers ago that are a little bit musty and starting to crack. And I don't know how they get more water damaged every week, but they're not probably safe anymore. But Kat's shuffled them up a couple of times, and the mold spores have gone under the air. Yeah.
Well used, yeah.
And so she's going to read your tarot. We'll start with your current horoscope. Luke the Leo. Kat, what you got for him?
Today, try not to get too sucked into your social media pages and your electronic devices. You're going to be eager to converse with your nearest and dearest, but there's like an unbalanced aspect that could spell trouble if you don't stay on task at work. But tonight, a magical energy is going to fill the air. Open your heart to others, okay? So right now, just kind of like tread carefully.
That's what I thought.
Got it?
Got it.
All right. When you were on hold, the card of the sun jumped out.
Oh, this is good stuff.
This is good. Happiness, clarity, and optimism are in your future. All right. So don't overdo it or clog the arteries, it says, with cholesterol. This is
no steaks?
No steaks for you. I don't know how to.
I'll go low on butter. I'll hold off on the butter.
You know what? That was the next card. It was the low butter, the low sodium card that popped out next.
So. That's what I thought.
Do you get caught up in social media a lot?
I used to, but not these days. No time for it.
Oh,
Dude,
good.
I was the same way yesterday. I don't think I went on my Facebook page once or Instagram for more than maybe. I took probably like a 3:00 poop yesterday, and I was on Instagram for about 4 or 5 minutes. But other than that, I don't think I was on social media outside the show, and I felt good. Yeah. Like I felt clarity when I went to bed last night because I wasn't clogged up with everybody else's crap.
Good for you. Great.
Right.
So it all seems like it's aligning for you, Luke?
Oh, yeah. The sun is in my stellar window right now.
That's what I thought.
I love it. Okay, good.
Luke, you're always an advocate for the show. Love you to death. Have a great day.
Hey, you too, you guys. Rock it.
Rock it. Just rock it, he said.
Aren't you a Leo?
No, I'm a Libra.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You want to throw mine out there? What's my horoscope today, Kat?
Let's check out your Libra horoscope. It says, do not cross anybody with the name that starts with a K. The world will feel alive with more sparkle and excitement than usual. Lean on people who lift you up and revitalize your soul.
I don't have one of those people in my life.
Says, blast open your third eye.
I did yesterday about 3 o'clock.
Oh,
it was great.
And request healing assistance or guidance. Don't you have to find out about your neck today?
No, I found out a couple of days ago.
No, if you have to have surgery?
Yeah, so I got to wear the collar for 2 more weeks, and then he's going to decide if I need it operated on.
Sounds like you got stitches between your legs when you say that. I got to wear the collar, the cone of shame.
I'm telling you, it's beyond annoying right now.
I would imagine.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.